I've tried one of my upholstery tools. I don't even know what I call this anymore. But I've tried to get this to do it. But what I end up doing, I tried this upholstery tool and that didn't work. So what I did was I just went in the box and I got a knife. So I cut it. But the crazy thing about this is it's still not releasing the zipper, because I still wanted to keep the bag, even though I can't travel with it anymore, and who knows when we're ever gonna travel again. I don't know what I'm gonna get on a plane, but this little brown suitcase I've seen its days, so I could use it for some type of storage. I believe in repurposing and reusing stuff, but like I said, I don't think that's gonna happen because it looks as if I'm gonna have to take this knife and just cut the whole thing because I'm not getting to where I want to get. For as damaged as the bag is, the zipper is still really strong. So we're going to try to release. I'm going to try to release the bag. And see, the thing with this is this little knife is so sharp. Well, we got a little peephole here where the suitcase is damaged. Maybe I could continue here. I don't want to cut any of my hats, because I'm definitely going to be in a baseball hat whenever I'm released, because at this rate, there's going to be no money to go to the hairdresser. I could see Totola, British Virgin Islands, peeping out at me. Okay, let's see if we can take them out. And then we have Victoria, Canada, 1862. Let's see what else is in this bag. See, I tell you, the little girl under the tree that read the book upside down and said she was going to travel. This is Totola. But Totola is turning pink, I guess, from being starred. And this is Kuwait. I got Kuwait in the place. That's there. That's still there. Good. Let's see what else we can pull out. And then I have Costa Rica. Costa Rica is here in the building. Okay, I don't have my stick with me. This is just what comes out. And then this is Boston. Oh, I love Boston. Boston actually was my first contract. When we do start the story on where I've been and what I've seen, Boston is going to be the first one. You're going to love it. Okay, here we go. And then who is this? Oh, this is Alaska. Now, this tour I went to the Barren Seas, and this ship boat has retired, and what they do is they take I can't release it yet, but this is also Alaska. I can't you have to forgive me. I can't tell you the whole story yet. It's a story in itself. So we have Alaska. That's just one place in Alaska where I went. And then we have Sorrento. There are stories. I have stories. This is Sorrento. Let's see what we're going to pick up. What part of the world are we going to go to when we pull this out? Las Vegas. We got Las Vegas in the house, United States. Yeah, I went there. I did that. That was actually vacation. That was a release from the ship. And because I work in the casino industry, I always wanted to go to Vegas. So the minute I got that extra money, I went to Vegas for a week. That's another story. Let's see. Ooh, okay, now. This is Greece, right? This is Katakalo. Now, you're going to find, because of my twisted tongue, you're going to find that I do have a speech impediment. I can't even call it, but here it's Greece is in the house. But I know from here, I went to the Temple of Zeus, and I went to Athens, and I did all the good stuff. Okay, so let's see who we have in the house. We have Colombia. Colombia is in the house. Colombia is here. Say hi, Colombia. I'm going to tell you with the lady in Colombia. Remind me about that one. What we're pulling out now. And then, homegrown, believe it or not, great Stirrup Key. Stirrup Key is just around the corner from where I grew up, but I had never gone there because it's a private island, and it is beautiful. So we're back in the Bahamas. So let's see what else we got here. Okay, we're pulling out here now. This is Barbados. Barbados is all orange. And then we got St. Kitts. We've got St. Kitts in the building. St. Kitts is here. See, I'm not making this crap up. St. Thomas. Oh, St. Thomas, that bush crack, what they make with Baileys on top of that high. Oh, I could take you there. Remind me The biggest cup of Baileys I've ever gotten for $7, and they make it. It's like a smoothie. It's like to die for. But anyway, we're gonna get to St. Thomas, that story also. All right, and this is the company that I work for. One of the best cruise line in the world. This hat is from my first contract. The first time I went on the ship, green as a button. The first time I was a seafarer, didn't know what to do, didn't know who I was going to meet. This was Norwegian Spirit, 2010. Norwegian Spirit was my first contract. Oh, I have stories and stories about that one. Stay tuned. So Norwegian is special. That's who paid the bills and paid me to travel. Okay, so now you're going to know I can't call this name, okay? Slovenia. Yes, I've been to Slovenia. We did this on the repo. I was there for maybe 6 hours, but I enjoyed it. Here we go. Suki. Now look who's in the house. Jamaica's here. That's a stellar thing. So Jamaica's kind of personal. That's going to be long. I'm not going to do Jamaica. That's good stuff, Jamaica there. Who do we have in the house? The Tenerife, the Canary Islands is in the house. All right, the Canary Islands. They're there. Let's see what else I have here. Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. I got Puerto Rico is in the building. I'm pulling out, and I don't know what I'm going to pull out next. Mexico. We've got Mexico in the building. Now, let me see. Huatulco. That is, okay, that's a part I was in. I can tell you a story on that too. That is Mexico. Oh, this one's going to make me cry because this hat is the big blue. This is the hat that I received in 2014 when I'm jumping ahead of time, but this is Bahama Bleed Blue. It's all about the blue, paint the town blue. This has a long, long story. That's going to take a whole documentary. But that is Bahama Bleed Blue. What we're pulling out here. Okay, this is also Norwegian Jade. I told you I always bought a hat. It was the easiest thing to pack because you still had to be mindful as a seafarer that you were only allowed 23 kilos or 50 pounds. And then you had to pay. They paid, but anything over that, those two pieces, you then had to, which was pretty serious because if you were gone for 9 months, here comes the Spartans. Santorini. Spartans. My boys, other than from the tribe of Conte, the tribe of Kunta Conte, they are my next set of favorite guys on the planet. Real heroes. Okay, let's see where we're going to go again. Barcelona, Spain is in the building. Just cute and pretty and beautiful. And the street festivals on Sunday. Going into the Mac Mall. Just enjoying the day. It was just like a day off roaming around Barcelona. I told you I have stories to go with these hats. Corfu. We're back in Greece. Yeah. This is such a little cute little town. I'm going to tell you about that town soon. Remember now, this is the little girl out of Mars Island. A little small island on the southern tip of Abaco. Turkey. I was there. This guy wanted to marry me in Turkey, and he only seen me on the line in a grocery store. But anyway, like I said, the stories will come to go with the hat. I have them all. And I'm still digging. Now, this is going to be a pretty long video, but if you want to take this journey with me, because we're on a lockdown, and I'm trying to get this YouTube channel going, please stay tuned, because I've got more Cozumel. When you hear Cozumel, you know you're just going to be wasted for the day, or you're going to go to the Filipino restaurant and eat fish all day and some sort of seafood, or better still, just stay in the pizza place and use their Wi-Fi. Like I said, I have stories. But Cozumel is normally for a crew member. Let's get some rum. and try to make it back to the ship without getting drunk. I told you I love Jamaica. Here's another Jamaica hat. Okay, this is Forrest Gump. This is downtown. Bayshore, Bayside. I said in Bayside, downtown Miami. This is what you do. It was another Sunday off for me. Just chilling. Just waiting until time to the boat to go. And you had to go in bubblegum, you know, because stupid and stupid and stupid and stupid never get. That's what he said. Okay. New Orleans. Party time. Mardi Gras. New Orleans was there. Did it. Saw it. Left. Came back. New Orleans in the building. That was a home part of mine that I did for 3 months. Cayman. We enter into home base. There is the Cayman. I didn't go to hell and back. I think they have a place named that, but because of my upbringing, I just couldn't tell anybody that I was going to hell. And then, my favorite place, Bermuda. Bermuda, again, you see this hat? This hat has gotten worn and has taken its toll. And listen, this hat has been through the ropes. But Bermuda goes along with Boston. It is my first contract. It is, and it was one of the best because you work less as a crew member. But anyway, long story, making it short, we'll get back. And there's Bermuda in the house, first contract. First time to Boston. But it is where, okay, here we go. I can't tell you all the stories because it's not going to be fun. Here is Sydney. Now, not Sydney, Australia. This is Sydney in Newfoundland, Canada, and Labrador. This is that Sydney. I didn't go to Australia. But this is Newfoundland and Labrador. It's up there somewhere. Okay, here we go. Who do we have here? Oh, Prince Edward Island. Prince Edward Island. We're back up in Canada again. Prince Edward Island. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to coordinate them. But I don't want to. What I'm going to do moving forward, I'm just going to take a hat and just start talking. Tell you something. I wanted to put paper to pen, but I figure talking is my forte. So I'm just going to talk these stories and see what happens there. Okay, White Pass. You got to do White Pass if you go to Skagway, Alaska. It is the train system that went through Alaska way back in 1800s. But this is Skagway, Alaska. I tried to do as much tours as I could because most of the ports, the casino was closed. Okay, this is just a baseball hat. It has no name on it. But if I look at it long enough and you don't have the time, I can tell you where I got it. And it's probably one of my regular hats. Okay. And who do we have here? Capri. Oh, God. Capri is like, they call it the island of love. At the time, I wasn't in love, but you can feel it. Again, I'm jumping ahead of myself, but this is Capri. This is one of those places that it took me to another place and time. Like, it was just magical being on the Isle of Capri. So, and then here we go again. We got Alaska, the last frontier. This is my Alaska. I think I got this in Juneau or Ketchikan, but it is my Alaska hat. But the last frontier. Okay, so here we go. Vancouver. We're back up in Canada. Vancouver. There you go. See, now I'm running out of space. I told you I had dreams. And then this is Athens. Okay. Athens. It never hit me until, like, I'm at the Temple of Zeus. Like, I'm at the Temple of Zeus. The Zeus. Anyway, story for another day. But this is Athens. Athens, Greece is in the building. Yes, I went there. The little barefoot girl went there. Now, for the longest, my paisanos got on my nerves with this name. Because I used to say Dubonvik. I still can't pronounce it the proper way. But here it is. And that's what I do when I just smile and somebody else does it for me. Okay, Cabo San Lucas. This is on the Mexican Riviera. Again, you gotta see it to understand it. Every hat has a story. I'm telling you, for every hat that I take out, there's a story. Okay, we're gonna need more space in order for me to do this. So we're gonna put it really nice and stuff. See, I tell you what's locked away. There's so much stuff locked away in this little brown suitcase. And mind you, this was the first suitcase that I took on the first contract. So this suitcase is why I don't want to get rid of it and use it as storage as a suitcase. Curacao, we're back in the Caribbean. Am I saying that right? That was Eastern Caribbean. Okay, this would have been Eastern Caribbean. And I think I did that on my first contract, which was so familiar because it looked as if I knew persons. Oh, Costa Maya. Now, Costa Maya, like anything else, is going to take a day to explain Costa Maya. It's going to take a day. This one is just special to my heart. And I did Costa Maya. Anyway, we're not going to jump ahead of the gun because I'm running on long. Okay, here's Harvard. Okay. This is it. I went there, Boston. This was one of my tours. I had to go and see. I had to go and pretend that, at least I walked, besides the intellect and everything else to go with it, the money, I would never make it there, but I did it on a tour and I spent a whole day. So I was there. I can say I was there. And then this is not a baseball hat, by the way, as you can see. But like I said, I just wanted a hat. My souvenir would be. This is Newfoundland and Labrador. Okay. Newfoundland and Labrador. Now, I don't know. One of my favorite places there was Cornersbrook. I don't know if I have a hat. I think that is why I have that. Okay. This is the International Spy Museum. Now, this hat is special because this hat is from Washington, D.C. And the reason why this hat is special is because when I went to the inauguration of the first black president of the United States, after everything was over, we went sightseeing, and this is one of the places that I went to. Now, that's another long story. Yes, I went to the inauguration of the first black president. I have hats to represent, and I can tell you that story. And then there's Rome. It is so sad what is going on in the world. They're showing pictures of Europe, and these are streets that I walk. These are streets that I have walked, and when they show the pictures that there's not even a car moving, I know what it takes to shut that down, because when you realize the amount of people, the amount of tourists that actually walk those streets in a given day, the lines, and then it's just silent and quiet. It is mind-boggling. And then the Panama Canal. Now, the Panama Canal, I crossed it. It took us a whole day. And the man that came up with it was a genius. Because apparently I was told, well, I can't tell you that story. I'll tell you about the Panama Canal when we get to it. Did that too. Okay, here we go. What else is in the bag? Coming out of the bag. Not the bag. I keep saying the bag. The little brown suitcase. So this is our little brown suitcase. Okay, this is St. Martin. St. Martin is like home. I have friends in St. Martin that I probably can call and say, listen, I'm coming tomorrow. And they probably would still remember the Bahamian girl who just liked shopping. Okay, here we go. We still got hats to go. You thought I was kidding with all this in this bag. This is what we do to ourselves. Stuff everything away. This hat here is Halifax. We're back in Canada. This is Halifax. This would have been on my first contract. So Halifax is going to go down here. There's no particular order to these hats. I'm just taking them out. But like I said, I'm gonna give you a story of every hat. Okay. Now I never could call it the way they call it, but this is Florence. This is Florence, Italy. This is the Italian name of it, and I'm not even gonna try. But it said to make best up to you. This is the hat. I tried to find a hat that says Florence, but you're not going to find a hat that says Florence because they don't call it Florence. It's almost like me saying Naples and they say Napoli. And they're looking at you like, you better get it right. So it's like somebody saying to me, trying to say Bahamian. And then I'm looking at you like it's Bahamian and not Bohemian. Okay, so epic. Ooh, Epic. Oh, God, I need a month to describe Epic. But Epic is in the region. I did 3 contracts on Epic. Loved it. Epic, the most beautiful thing about Epic, you get your own cabin. Isn't that nice? On a ship, you get your own cabin, own space. I'll tell you about Epic. Epic have some serious stuff to discuss about the Epic. The region Epic, that's a world in its own. And then we have St. John, New Brunswick, Canada. Yep, this is from first contract 2010. I'm confused about now that we're saying 2020. When I go to say 2009 or 2010, I want to say 2010 and I'm confused. Okay. This is an Italian. It just says Italy. But I got this in Naples. So even then, if I saw a unique hat and I wanted it, and it saved me a lot too on the ship. I didn't have to fix my hair. I just put on a hat, find a shop once, and I went. And then we have Alaska. We have Juneau, the capital, the great land. Juneau is where I did whale watching. I saw eagle for the first time. We're not going to jump ahead of the time. That is Juneau. And then here we go. What else is in the bag? Let's feel. So we're going to act as if this is a lottery. And what are we going to come up with? Hamilton Island. Okay, Hamilton is in Bermuda. So Bermuda has Hamilton and then it has Georgetown. And so it's in Bermuda. A story to tell you about that one too. That is the capital. Anyway. And then the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon, of course, you know, is Nevada. But when I went to Vegas, I was so close, even though it took me 14 hours, a 14-hour tour, I just had to go to the Grand Canyon, right? Because how could I be right there in Vegas and not go to the Grand Canyon? So that's the story. The Grand Canyon is there. So like I said, everywhere I went, I took a hat. This is also, okay. This is Seattle. This is Space Needle. This is Seattle. This is like Sundays, sitting on the park. This is like going to the market, Pike Market. Just people watching. I talk about the beauty, the splendor of it. Just seeing the different variety of food, fresh food and stuff. Anyway, I'm jumping ahead of the gun. But Seattle is on that favorite list. Seattle could do a whole day by itself. That could be a 30-minute documentary. Because Seattle was that was special. And then Portugal. Yeah, I've been to Portugal. I did it on the repo, which was limited hours, not like the 3 months that I had with some of the ports, but I was in Portugal. There is Portugal. And I think that was Azores, Portugal. I don't know if I have a hat that says that because it was such a short run, but I was in Portugal. And Belize. Okay. I have a dentist in Belize. I have a hairdresser in Belize. I have a favorite Chinese place in Belize. Belize is a story that's going to take at least an hour to tell the Belize story. Yeah, that's a long story. Some of the places that there, I still have friends, people I would consider friends. Roatan, Honduras. Roatan, I actually have a godchild there. Somebody I just adopted. Not the first person, but this little girl that I met. Lisa. I don't think it's Lisa. I call her Lisa. It's not Lisa. In Spanish, it's pronounced different, but I call her Lisa. We had an understanding. She really didn't care that I call her Lisa. Just once I showed up every Tuesday. But anyway, long story, Roatan. Yeah, one of my special places. And here we go again. What's in the bag? Okay, the bag is getting empty. I don't know how much number that is or what the count is, but I do know for a fact that I only have one hat to the side that has no name. Okay, Bar Harbor. Bar Harbor, Maine. It's a must-do if you do a cross. Bar Harbor, I was confused. Why is there a Chinese place in the middle of the snow? And then I was eating snow in the snow. I was eating ice cream in the snow. But anyway, we'll get back to Bar Harbor. Okay. And here we go. Key West. Oh, Key West, the happiest place on earth. Key West is like the happiest place on earth. I'll explain Key West. That's in Florida. It's home base. It's close, but as much time as I went to Florida, I'd never gone to Key West until I did it on a cruise ship. And this is Route 66. This is the route. This is the way that we took to get from Vegas to Grand Canyon. Okay, the bag is almost empty now, so video is almost over. Stay with me till the end. I appreciate you hanging out with me, spending my day, because it's only about 3 o'clock, so we're 24-hour lockdown, so I have plenty time. Okay. Oh, this Punto Voltario. This is also on the Mexican Riviera on a repo that I did. That's there. Okay. And let's see. Okay, this is the first hat that they gave me on my welcome aboard. They must have known. This is how I knew I was supposed to be there. They gave me a baseball hat that said Crew 2010 for my Christmas present. All the 10,000 million crews got one, but I felt special because it was a hat and it was something I could use, so I appreciated it even more, and I still have it. This is 10 years later. Okay, what we got here? We've got, Ketchikan, Alaska. Ketchikan, Alaska is in the building. If you see the salmon, oh my God, they're like swimming upstream and stuff. It is crazy. Okay, I think Ketchikan is the last one. So, I think it's just other storage in here. I think I just have my warm clothes. And so, you see how long the stuff has been hidden away, right? All of the... because we would never, I wouldn't say never anyway, the way the world is going and the way that the weather changes, but that's like, what you call them, leggings and the thing you wear on your clothes when it's cold. What is that? Anyway, that's what's left in there. But these are the hats, so I'm going to try and put them where I had them before, and then I'm just going to take that one every day. And I'm going to give you the story to go with the hat. And you see, I'm missing hats because when I look at this, I did this repo. My San Francisco is not here. My Los Angeles is not here. You know what I mean? I can tell what's missing because people see them and they say, oh, give me a hat. Not realizing that, no, these are sentimental to me. And I've now released all of my hats. And what I did with them was I put... in the ceiling of my shop, I put pegs, and I'm going to put the hats up there, and then we're going to go from there. But thank you for spending time with me today. Unlocking the brown bag. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Lockdown 2020 Bahamas.